Hi guys, my name is Missy and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited because today is April 1st and that means it's like really spring when it's April 1st. So I'm so excited to be able to get outside and sketch and paint outside. Today's gonna be 69 degrees, so I think I'm actually gonna go outside today and start painting. So I'm really excited. Today though, right now I'm going to show you my February horror sketchbook. I started this in January and I already did my January sketchbook tour of all the January horror movies I watched. These are going to be the February horror movies I watched. I watched more horror movies in February than I did March. I only watched a couple, but I'm just going to go over the February one with you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy. Yay! So before I start, I want to show you this because I figured if you appreciate horror movies, you're going to appreciate this. My friend Jen hand knitted me the most cutest skeleton skull head on a coffee cozy. This is so cute. She knows I love skeletons and she hand knit this for me. And it's like my favorite color is red and black. I thought this was so cute. I'm like so excited about it. So thank you, Jen. So the first movie I saw in February was The Grudge 2020. I thought I was showing my family the original Grudge. It wasn't labeled correctly. In 5 minutes, I realized I was showing them a different movie. But regardless, it was still wicked creepy, and I love that story. I love the Grudge storyline of the curse. This time, this is the house, Kayako's house in Japan, but the movie was actually, after this scene, it was actually set in the States. So the curse went over the United States. I always wanted to sketch the Kayako's house. I always thought it was super awesome. It's like a minimalistic Japanese style house because obviously it's in Japan. And it has this cool courtyard with the gate. I just loved it with the foliage around it. And I always wanted to sketch it. So I did. All right, guys, so this is the original Grudge movie, 2004. I can't believe that came out in 2004. I sketched the staircase scene, which is, I think, one of the scariest scenes of any horror or ghost movie. The Japanese version, that staircase scene is equally scary, if not maybe a little bit more scarier than this version. But go see Grudge if you haven't seen it. I love it. It's one of the best. All right, guys, I went down the rabbit hole in the month of February for the franchise of The Strangers. I watched all of The Strangers in the month of February. Here's the first one. I actually saw this in the movie theater, you know, back in 2008 when it came out. The scene I sketched for The Strangers originally is when she's running outside, is trying to get away from these creepy characters here with masks on. These scenes are just so cool, the way they shoot them. This is like a big green like barn door, and she's peeking out. So this one is the second, The Strangers Pray at Night. I just thought this was a wicked cool scene. It was just the darkness and the street lamp and the mailbox with their signature smiley face. All right, guys, so here is The Strangers Chapter 1. I thought this was a super creepy scene. If you watch any of these Strangers movies, it's pretty much the same formula. Somebody's at their house and 3 people show up. So this was a scene that I thought was super creepy. She's at the piano. Up above in the mirror is the reflection of one of the guys in the masks looking. And it was just super creep. And then they shoot it again and they show the scene again. And he's not in the rocking chair. So it was super cool. Super creepy. All right, guys, I totally had to sketch Carol's Diner because Carol's Diner is in all these Strangers movies and everybody knows what's going down at Carol's Diner. All the locals hang out there and they know things are going on in town that aren't very nice. So I had to do a tribute to the diner. All right, guys, this is the final piece of The Strangers Chapter 3. So this is supposed to be the the last one of the franchise, supposedly. And I thought it was really good. I actually saw it in the movie theaters, which was awesome.
It's gonna be it's a scary movie.
Oh boy.
We love that you're here.
We're going in.
Movie geeks, assemble.
So I wanted to sketch for this one. If you watch these movies, there's always the three characters in like an old cool truck. And the convenience store, gas station lit up with all the signage and everything. And then this cool classic old car with the three silhouettes of the people in the vehicle. I saw Zombieland 1 and 2, and I'm so glad I started watching this franchise because they're coming out with another one in another year. My family loved this. My kids thought this was hilarious. It is like zombies with humor and action. It is it's super fun. So it has Woody Harrelson in, who I love. I just love Woody. I think he's awesome. He's great in everything he does. At the end of the first movie, characters is confronted with their worst fear is clowns, and this happens to be a zombie clown. So I had to totally sketch this creepy clown. I didn't have high hopes for Zombieland 2 because sometimes sequels, they go off the rails. But they did not disappoint in Zombieland Double Tap. I really enjoyed it. And this is actually Woody Harrelson dresses up as Elvis at some point. So I, of course, I love Elvis. I'm a huge Elvis fan. And I'm a Woody Harrelson fan. So I had to do this sketch. All right, guys. This is the last horror movie I saw in the month of February. Yes, Creep. Now, I was not expecting, my son actually picked this out. I had never heard of Creep before. It's kind of oh my gosh, it's very low budget. Hold on, let me look up how much they spent on making this movie. Hold on a second. All right, guys, so they had a shoestring budget of $500 to make this movie. $500. So, but what's crazy is it's really great. It just shows you with $500 you can put together a really awesome movie. There was not a big cast in it. I don't want to give it away too much in case you guys watch this. I recommend watching it. It's very different. It's very cool. The Rotten Tomatoes score was a 91%. So the movie Creep is about a guy who answers an online ad to go to a stranger's house and film him for the day. So it's very interesting. Here is, I don't want to spoil it too much, but here's the guy with a wolf mask. Here is one of the cool scenes that I loved. I thought this was so very cool shot. This is a wolf and an axe in a nice serene scene.